Hello students, welcome back to your online class. Today I am going to teach moral science to the students of standard 7. This is lesson number 12, True to One's Nature. So in this chapter we'll read about one's nature. Let me start this chapter with a saying of Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha had said that hatred is not conquered by hatred. If somebody hates you, it does not mean that you will also hate the person and then you can win. No, that is not at all correct. But instead of that, if we treat the person with love, we can conquer him. So, in the very opening lines of this chapter, if somebody behaves meanly with us and we too pay back in the same coin, then what is the difference between that person and us? Jesus Christ used to say that one must return love for hatred. So, Jesus Christ used to preach that we should return love for hatred. If anyone hates us, we should in return love the person. Then slowly we can win over the person. But we cannot conquer if we hate in return. So, what will be the difference between me and the person who hated me? So, I cannot do the same thing what the other person has done to me. So, this should be one's nature. Now, here is a story which will tell us how here saint a saint treated a scorpion. Though the scorpion stung him severely, the saint tried to save his life. So this was just opposite to the nature of the scorpion. Now, read this story about a saint and a scorpion. A saint was taking a bath in a river. His eyes fell on a scorpion. It was struggling for its life in the flowing water. So, once a saint was taking bath in a river and he saw that a scorpion was struggling to save its life in the flowing water. So what he did? He picked up the creature in his hands to save it from drowning. As he took the creature in his hands, it stung him. So when the saint saw that the scorpion was struggling to save its life but could not get out from the water, he took the scorpion in his own hand and thought to save its life. But as soon as he took it in his hand, the scorpion stung him. Now, overcome by the pain of the sting, the saint let the scorpion fall from his hands in the water. As soon as he let the scorpion down, it again started struggling for survival. So, the stung was so severe that the saint could not hold the scorpion any longer. So, he let it fall again in the water. But again what he saw, that this time again the scorpion was struggling to save its life. The saint could not see it struggling like that, so he again picked it up. It stung the saint once again. He was again forced to let it go off because of the pain. This act of scorpion struggling for life and the saint picking it up went on for 3 or 4 times. And every time the scorpion stung the saint, he dropped it into the river. So this went on 3 to 4 times. Okay, the saint picked up the scorpion to save its life and the scorpion stung in his hand, and then again he let it down. But again he started struggling to save his life. Again the saint picked it up in his hands. But then he could not save him because continuously he was stinging the saint. Now see, this was the nature of the scorpion. By this what we understand? That the scorpion's nature was to keep on stinging. Okay, and why the saint was doing that? He was picking it up and trying to save its life, because his nature was to save somebody's life who was in danger. So he cannot give up his nature. Now what happened? One of the men on the bank of the river watching this drama. He called out to the saint and said, "Why don't you give up the futile attempt of saving the life of a cruel creature? It has stung you so many times. Why don't you just let it die?" So there one of the men on the bank, he saw this. Okay, this was going on so many times. So he came there and said to the saint, "Why are you continuously trying to save its life, and then you are being stung by the scorpion? So let it die, let it go." The saint smiled and said, "Everyone gives only what it has." So what the saint said? That everyone gives only what it has. That means the nature. Okay, what is the nature of the person? He gives that only. The scorpion has stung me again and again, though I am trying to save its life. If it cannot give up its nature, then how can I give up mine? So see, children, what the saint has to say, that whatever you has within you, you will give that only. Okay, if you have love in your heart for others, you will love everybody, even if the person hates you, even if the person harms you. Okay, and if the other person has the habit, has the nature of hurting others and hating others, then he will continue to do the same thing. So the saint is saying that Scorpio is a creature and it is continuously stinging me. It's not giving up its nature, though I am trying to save its life. Then how can I give up my nature? Because my nature is to help others, to save others, to love others. Okay, and not to harm others. So by this story, what you got to know, that we should have such nature that instead of hating others, we should love others, we should help others, then only we can conquer on others. So hatred is not conquered by hatred, but instead of that, hatred, it can be conquered by love, as according to Jesus Christ. So this was all in this chapter. So till then, goodbye. Thank you.